Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are University Pulse. My name is Luke Charlier, and I'm joined by Avery Gerhardt and Machine Girl, the one and only Machine Girl. And today we will be giving Machine Girl an interview. The first question we are going to ask Machine Girl is, how would you describe your music in, I guess, the most simple terms possible?
Uh, how would I describe it in the most simple terms possible? Chaotic, slightly annoying, and fast.
I would agree with those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say slightly annoying. It's very, very slightly annoying, but like it's only if I have like a bad headache already. It's more fun than it is annoying at most points. The second question is, what's like a misconception about yourself or your music that people often have that you want to, I guess, clear off the record?
A misconception?
Yeah.
What is a misconception about our music? I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a stupid one, but like, I feel like I see sometimes that, because now it's like more of a band that retroactively people, say that like Sean and Sean helped write like Wolf Girl and the early records,
Yeah.
which is not true. It was a solo project, and still like I write 90% of it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That's just the only preconception that I can think of right now that I've
hmm
seen.
Sean was like added as your drummer in like 2015, 2014, right?
2015, like yeah, first show with him was in 2015.
Did he start off just as like a live drummer, or did he like just immediately help you start making the music, I guess?
No, at first he was just a live drummer for a while. I mean, I would write everything on my own and then show it to Sean after, and he would learn the songs. Um, he really
Yeah.
didn't have any input until pretty recently, and even then, it's like not necessarily that he's behind Ableton like writing things. It's just like
Yeah.
he's behind a drum set and I'm like making loops in Ableton and he's playing along to
That's
them
cool.
and
Right.
we're reacting to one another.
So just building
Mm.
off each other's chemistry, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a more organic way of
For this next one, what are some weird fan interactions that you've had?
weird fan interactions. I mean, I've had like light stalkerish kind of things before, like
Yeah.
uh people sending me really unhinged emails and things like that are like, almost pretty obviously coming from people with maybe mental health issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes like strange gifts or things that are like gifts that are way too personal in a way where I'm like, how
hmm
do you know about this thing?
Yeah.
Like on
Ooh,
some
yeah.
on some Nardwar type
Yeah,
shit.
that's that's what I was thinking. Have you ever done a Nardwuar interview?
Nah, I mean that would be awesome, but I'm not sure if we're quite there yet.
I think you're at least approaching the Nardwuar territory. You just gotta
Yeah,
go to
fingers
Vancouver, like
crossed.
just do like a triple show in Vancouver, back to back to back nights, and maybe he'll pull up.
Yeah,
When was your first live show and how did that feel?
my first live show was by myself, and I remember there's like a couple that I would consider all kind of the first Machine Girl live show, because there
Yeah.
was like the first solo shows where I was trying to figure out how to play my music live, and I didn't, and it took me a long time to figure that out because I had no experience like DJing, but it was basically a DJ set, and I was trying to like do this thing where I was trying to separate all the stems of the tracks in Ableton and like remix the songs together. But I didn't,
Yeah.
there was a lot in Ableton I didn't understand yet. So
Yeah.
uh it was kind of like janky,
Yeah.
and the first Machine Girl sets were definitely like pretty rough and instrumental. And then kind of the next like time that I would say was like the first time Machine Girl set was the first time Sean played with me, which was kind of a
Yeah.
crazy show because it was us, Dream Crusher, Five Star Hotel,
Dang.
and God, maybe Love Spread. But it was just like this crazy show, and again, I didn't know what I was doing when it came to like sound and stuff. So I it was like a noise set basically. It was so blown out, didn't even like sound like
Dang.
girl really, but like all our friends were there and it was like a crazy it was a very good first show
Yeah. As long as
for
the
us.
energy's there, like as the sound doesn't
Exactly.
really matter.
Exactly.
Do you have like a favorite track that you've made that you think, I guess, describes your music in just one song? I know that's kind of like a limiting question, but like if you had to pick one that describes your act as a whole.
That's tough. I mean, I don't know if we've written that song yet, but maybe the closest thing would be like Psychic Attack is definitely up there. And Ask to Mars from the new record is one of my favorite Machine Girl tracks that I've made.
Yeah.
You know, there's other things we're working on that I feel are pretty close to like perfected Machine Girl song, but can't speak too much about that right now.
It's under
Mhm.
wraps. Got some insider
Under
info.
wraps.
Like before every like live performance, do you have like a ritual or routine that you can't go without before you go on stage?
Um, a small 8 ounce Red Bull, uh,
That's the best
some
one.
stretching,
Surreal.
and that's about it. I mean, I'm not a very ritualistic person, so
That's just like my ritual before like class, except I don't stretch, I guess.
you
But
should.
and
Stretches before class.
I should be stretching, honestly. It's kind of sad. I'm a very stiff person.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people are. It's hard to motivate yourself to do that. You should take some yoga classes or something. Oh God, damn it.
What's your favorite stretch? Like your top five stretches, you know?
Downward dog, and
That's a good one.
I apologize. I'm at the same time my dog's going crazy right now at a hotel, so I'm
Dang.
trying to keep
Does he
him.
watch your concerts?
No, he hangs out in the green room.
Dang.
He hangs
Doesn't
out in
get
the
to
green
see
room. We can't
Machine Girl
handle
live.
the. Yeah, I don't want
That's
to
sad.
subject him to. I think he would explode.
Yeah, they have very sensitive ears. Like there's a at Boise State, there's like a dog at every football game that like runs onto the field and grabs like a tee. It's like he's like a viral sensation here. But like every time I go to a game, the dog is just like tweaking out on the sidelines because it's so loud. I feel so bad for him every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that stinks.
Right. For this next one, if your music had like a smell or taste, how do you describe it?
They had a smell or a taste.
Yeah.
I would say that it would be like a steak, like a filet mignon, but like filled with
Oh.
like warheads or like sour gummy worms.
Warheads, filet mignon. Dude, I haven't tried that before, but I'm sure it
Yeah.
tastes like Machine Girl.
Yeah, that's my favorite meal on our rider. So we'll have it in Boise. You can try it then.
Yeah, it's the
Sounds
Machine
good.
Girl staple. Do they sell that where you're from? Like,
No, you got to make it yourself.
oh damn, it's just a DIY.
Yeah, it's a DIY steak.
All right. What's like one moment in your career that felt like a total glitch in the simulation?
A moment in my career that felt like a glitch in the simulation.
Hmm.
I mean, it's probably like one that comes to mind is like in the lot and during lockdown when I got hit up by Danny Elfman
Oh,
to do a remix and like uh within like an hour of his like manager or whoever like hitting me up, I was on the phone with him talking, and
That's crazy.
that was really surreal.
did you get
Definitely.
to like? You said it was during COVID. Did you get to like go in the studio with Danny Elfman or no?
No, not during lockdown. I did it. I did the remix from home, but
Yeah,
I later got to meet him in person and see his studio.
Sick. That is
that's
so
sick.
sick.
That would be like a very inspiring moment because like I feel
Big
like
staple.
he like orchestrated my childhood, with like the Spider-Man soundtrack and like Batman soundtracks. He has like so many like bangers in
No,
his book.
totally.
It's crazy that you got like that he collabs with like Machine Girl and like Zach Hill and all these like I guess unconventional artists. It's cool to see like, someone from Hollywood collabing with
Yeah.
Machine Girl.
Yeah, no, it's like I think it's very cool, especially I mean like to be 70 and still be into that kind of stuff is cool.
Yeah, for sure. What's like, I guess, a piece of gear or like a preset on Ableton, either or, that you use that you think kind of like shaped your sound, or like at least the most instrumental to shaping your sound? Because obviously there's a lot of stuff going on with your music.
The operator in
The
Ableton. Yeah.
operator. And I haven't used much Ableton. I'm kind of scared of it.
It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah,
Nah. Especially nowadays, it's like super, super easy to
yeah,
use.
like all the
Yeah,
like
it
AI
just looks
integration.
intimidating until you like sit down with it and then
Really get into it.
Yeah, you just gotta like
yeah,
learn
it's
the language.
I feel like Logic has. When I first started Logic, it was really crazy.
I think Logic's like to me less user friendly than Ableton.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What's your thoughts on, I guess, like TikTok's impact on the music scene? And like, I guess a sub question is, have you think you've benefited from TikTok or detrimented from it, either or?
Yeah, I mean we had like a couple songs go like mini viral on TikTok that definitely boosted the visibility of Machine Girl. I mean,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think I have mixed feelings. Like I don't think like it's necessarily like good for music as like an art, but
yeah,
with
Right.
like how shitty everything is, it's not the worst thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a double-edged sword, It helps you in some ways, but in other ways, you're just like, this feels just like wrong.
Yeah, I mean it's that app is not doing anyone favors for their brains
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
attention spans.
So, what's like a long-term goal or aspiration of yours that you have been able to complete?
Like like I mean just the tours we're doing now, you know?
Yeah,
Like I mean I always dreamed of like being at the level that we're at now and it's very
and now you're
surreal that
there.
we're here. So
And to continue with like the Danny Elfman, how is it like to collaborate with him?
uh it was cool. It was not as like collaborative as you would think. Like, he just kind
Mhm.
of
Yeah,
sent me stems and then gave me a little feedback when I sent him what I worked on. Uh,
Yeah,
but I got to talk to him a couple times, and like I said, I got to like hang out with him in his studio for like an hour or
that's
two,
cool.
which was cool. Yeah.
super sick.
I guess talking about influences and stuff, like what were some of your big inspirations and influences for your most recent album, MG Ultra?
What are my influences for
Yeah,
this album?
yeah, specifically.
Um, Paul Verhoeven movies, which is like RoboCop and Total
Oh yeah,
Recall, specifically
Total Recall. That's
emphasis
cool.
on Total Recall.
Yeah, just like that,
Um,
like crazy futuristic.
yeah, and also like the sort of the vagueness of like or the blurring of fiction and reality
Yeah,
and psychosis and I think it's like kind of a weirdly relevant movie in a lot of ways to what's happening
yeah,
uh
Mhm.
right now with like people thinking that they're in an action movie and that the world is like this big conspiracy of where things can be like understood and broken down into like good versus evil or whatever, but like
yeah,
that's not the way that the world works.
yeah.
And
It's much more nuanced and spectrumized, I guess.
Right.
yeah, and so that's a lot of what the there's a couple songs on that album that touch on that theme.
What's your like, I guess, all-time favorite movie if we're gonna be talking about like Total Recall and stuff? Is it Total Recall?
No, it's up there though. I mean, if we're gonna look at my letterboxed
Oh
top
yeah, you got a
four,
letterbox?
I do have a letterboxed.
What's the
Uh,
username?
Dream Schlock.
Dream Schlock.
All right. Well, we have one more question.
Well, he never answered what his favorite movie was.
Oh, wait, yeah. What's your favorite movie?
It's like I'm gonna say a couple different ones. It's a toss up. Fury Road. I mean, no, I'm just gonna say that Fury Road. It's the best
Fury
movie.
Road, Mad Max Fury Road.
Ooh.
Have you seen it?
I haven't. I saw the new like Furiosa movie, but I was sleeping on Mad Max Fury Road. I liked it a lot, so I have to check it out.
Oh, if you've never seen Fury Road, you gotta watch it. It's the greatest action movie ever.
That's what everyone literally always tells me,
Yeah.
and I just for some reason ignore them. But
Been on my
maybe
list.
you'll be the one to finally motivate me to watch it.
Yeah, you have to watch it before we show up in Boise.
Should I just like pull up like Tom Hardy with like the weird like mask that he wears? Or just
Yeah, like have your friend strap you to the front of a car, drive you to the
yeah,
show. What was the last question?
Right. So, I don't know. Last question. If you could collab with any artist, dead, alive, or fictional, who would it be?
Collab with any artist.
yeah, be made up artists, real artists, no longer with us artists.
Oh man, these questions always I never know what to say. I'm gonna say uh peak 19, like late 60s, early 70s, Joe Dorowski with
Dang.
like hot off of Holy Mountain, getting ready to make the 10-hour Dune movie. That's who I want to work with.
That's a
That'd
very
be an
specific,
insane
that's a
collab.
niche poll, like most people are just like, yeah, Michael Jackson, but you're going with a specific
Yeah.
time period
No,
and something.
I erased my answer. My answer is Michael Jackson. Like
Dude,
peak
that's
Dang.
Michael
even
Jackson.
Reversed it on us.
is Michael Jackson over crazy breakbeat production.
Imagine Michael
That's an
Jackson on a
interview.
Machine Girl track,
I'm imagining
right?
it, and I don't think I can
Ah.
fathom it. All right. So thanks for, I guess, joining the Zoom call. It's been a pleasure to interview you.
Yes.
And everyone go check out Machine Girl at Treefort Music Hall on December 3rd. I'll edit it if I said it wrong. And also check out Machine Girl's new album, MG Ultra. We're
Yeah.
University Pulse. And thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank you for
right,
having me.
sick.